Alright, YouTube, it is Mr. Mean coming at you this Saturday evening, July 11th, 2020 at about 9 o'clock. I will post this later on tonight and get it shared out to the World Wide Web. Let's get some housekeeping out of the way. First of all, like and subscribe. Let's grow the Meanie Army. I'm on ZellyPay. You can give donations to the channel. Rest assured that the money goes back into the channel. ZellyPay is banked into your local banking institution if you're here in the U.S. So you can make donations and they get to me ASAP. Doesn't cost you anything extra except whatever you decide to donate. So any donations are well received, and I thank you. I also am on MeWe. There's a link on my YouTube homepage. I'm also on PayPal Pay Me, so you can, if you're out of the United States, you can donate that way. I want to give I like to do this every episode. We are up to, let's see, how many people? We have 719 subscribers. So thank you guys. It's all because of you guys. I mean, without you, there is no me, as corny as that sounds. But I do want to give a couple of shout outs to some new users or some new subscribers. Let's see here. I don't think so. Jared77467, thank you. And then we'll go up here. And if I miss anybody, I do apologize. Feel free to send me an email at jpolak@gmail.com, and I'll make sure I give you your shout-outs. Patrick Barnes, I believe I got him all messed up and everything, and so he reached out to me. So Melissus32, I hope I'm saying that right, and David Matthews, thank you guys so much. David subscribed 8 hours ago, so thank you guys. Means a lot. And grow the Meanie Army. Let your friends know. This is what we call a talking head channel. It's basically just me talking about game reviews, game-related stuff, and all that stuff. Sometimes I interject a little bit of what's going on in my personal life, work, and all that fun stuff. But for the most part, it's a very informal channel. There's not a lot of editing. It's just me talking to the camera. And if you've never done this before, it is not as easy as it sounds. So bear with me. Thank you. I try to do it in a conversational tone as if you were talking with one of your friends, because I'd like to think that all of my subscribers are my friends. So thanks a lot for tuning in. And as you'll see, I've got like 250 plus videos in the archive there. So there's some are good, some are bad. Hey, nothing's perfect. But today's video du jour is we're gonna touch on something a little bit different. 3D printing. I don't have a 3D printer. I don't plan on getting one. It's a little bit out of my price range right now, and I just don't have the space for it. I'm out of space for books, and I barely have room for my hobby stuff. I did just get an airbrush about a week ago, and I'm waiting for some more stuff to come in, and a buddy of mine to come over and kind of walk me through everything. But I've been playing Frostgrave. I've got 2 games under my belt so far and really enjoying it. And I have some treasure tokens that I made. I bought the D&D tokens. Hopefully you guys can see that. These are Nolzur's pre-painted miniatures, I believe. And I just painted them up. A little better light on the situation here. Hopefully you guys can see that a little bit better. Get my fat face. But I painted it up with gold, and I put some grass tuft, and of course I painted the base kind of white. And I've got 3 of these, which are great. You know, you can see I painted it all up. So, but you need on average 6, 3 for each player. And so I went looking on the web, and I didn't want to buy more of those. And while they're fine and there's nothing wrong with them, I wanted something a little cheaper. They weren't terribly expensive. I think they were like, I want to say $450, $550 for 3 of them, which I thought little tiny pieces of plastic is a little steep, you know, especially when they're not like a gaming miniature, so to speak, like a person. You know, they're just representing a treasure chest. And so in Frostgrave uses treasure chest almost in every campaign or every game. And so I went to Etsy and I found Jose Anus. I'm sure it's not Anus, it's Enos. not quite sure, Jose, how you say your last name, but I will tell you, I've bought a couple things off of Etsy for different things. I bought like my face mask, it's got New Orleans Saints. I'm a huge New Orleans Saints fan. Um, and we've had pretty good success with Etsy. It's like eBay. It's eBay for crafters, basically, is what I like to call it. But there's no bidding. The price is set. You pay it. You either agree to pay it or you don't, and you keep looking. But Jose had an Etsy store that's funboardgames.etsy.com, and you'll see the web pages here. And Jose and Brandon Sable Badger, and gee, I can't understand why he's called Sable Badger. Sir, your beard is glorious. I shaved mine off at the beginning of summer, so a little bummed out. But anyway, I reached out to Jose and I ordered these. Nothing special, just basic treasure tokens. They're all the same. I think some have kind of different little side pieces on them. I'm not quite sure how well that'll show up, but and they're a little bit larger scale. Actually, they're pretty much the same scale as the D&D ones. A little taller, maybe. No, about the same, actually. Actually, it might even be a tad bit smaller. But anyway, and they were dirt cheap. And out of the blue, Jose just emailed me and said, and I didn't tell him who I was. I didn't tell him I had a YouTube channel or anything like that. I just ordered these as any Joe Schmo would. And he sent me an email saying, hey, I'm going to send you an extra set, no charge. Let me know what you think about them. And so what he sent me is this. Now it's clear. Obviously, it's a different type of print. And I know nothing about, I guess one's I don't even remember what he said. But anyway, I trimmed all it came like this. The I don't know what they call this part, the stanchions or the risers or the legs or whatever. That all has to be trimmed off, and this is what I got. And it's kind of looks like it's hollow on the inside, but very cool. The detail looks amazing. I mean, even better than the brown. And I'm sure once I put a primer coat on this, it's going to look fantastic. So he sent me like 6 or 7 or 8 of these, and then of course I paid for these, the plastic STL ones or whatever. And you can see the little tiny lines in them. This one you can't really see the line. You can't see the lines in this one too much. So it's a different style of printing. I'm thinking this is closer to like maybe resin printing, or just another different form of the plastic printing like this. Because this one you can see the little lines in it. I'm not sure how well that'll come up on camera, but it doesn't take away from the uniqueness of it. You can see there's a wood grain. I have no doubt these are going to paint up. So I'm going to give a couple to my friend who I'm playing Frostgrave with, Darren. I'm going to let him paint a couple of these, and I'm going to paint a couple, and I'll do another follow-up review, and we'll see. But what a great resource. We live in a wonderful age now where all this stuff is on the web, and you can just order it for a couple of dollars, and you get it. And I mean, it was fast shipping. So he has 3 websites, as you can see on the website here, terrainsource.com, which is this website that I'm on right now, funnymeeple.com, and then of course funboardgames.etsy.com, which is what that's how I found him. But he put a nice little bookmark in the box, and he did give me a business. Oh, there it is. Business card. And what I'll do is I'll hold this up to the screen, and then you can pause it, and then you can scan that QR code, and this will get you 20% off your first order. I think it expires September 30th, 2020. So 20% off. The code is summer 2020. And you can share a code with your friends, so I'm not violating anything. He sent this to me. It was very kind of him to send me extra quality. So I already emailed Jose, and I told him they both look amazing. I'm very happy, and to thank you. And I enjoyed it so much that I had him. Let's see. Let's go to Etsy.com, and we'll go favorites. He's actually printing this for me. So, and he charged me $40. Now, I'm sure it's still printing. I just talked to him the other day and sent him the payment. and then he so it's even cheaper. Um, but he's authorized. I think it's these guys. He's authorized to print. So this is it's 3 tiers. It comes apart, and it's great for Frostgrave. I mean, it's great for any tabletop RPG or Warhammer Fantasy or Cornopia if people are still playing that. Song of Ice and Fire. You know, any of your fantasy style miniature games or post-apocalyptic miniature games. You know, it'll fit in any of those. So, and I think it's got a couple. Yeah, you can see. Oop, you can see one of the levels. This was the Kickstarter that it was on, but they're authorized to print for these guys, so you can see that. So, like I said, very, very ecstatic. Can't wait to get that in the mail. With my airbrush, I'm going to make quick work of that. A little bit of dry brushing, and it'll be done. And I'll pick out some details because it's 3 levels, and you're going to have to paint each level. So. All I can say, guys, is if you haven't checked out any of this stuff before, and I'm new to all of this, I never thought of going to Etsy to order gaming stuff, but it's a new dawn, guys. It's a new age, it's a new day, all kinds of terrain, you know, everything. I'm a Gaslands fiend. My buddy Darren that I'm playing Frostgrave with is also a Gaslands fan. So they've got the dice. I already have my dice and everything, but he's got all these cool things that you can get. So and just wanted to do a quick video to give a shout out to this young man and his partner Sable Badger because it's very neat. It's free U.S. shipping on orders over $35. So you can save a couple bucks too by joining their VIP email list. So and they have a catalog of everything they sell, so you can see. There's quite a bit. Some Star Wars stuff if you're into Star Wars Legion, or I don't even know what the miniatures game is called. But Gaslands, of course, if you're a huge fan of Gaslands, I am. There's your power generators for Hoth. You know, so all your Star Wars Legion stuff. All kinds of neat things. I just wanted to give them a shout out because these guys, you know, they're working hard and they're making cool stuff. And it's very, very reasonable prices. You know, and a lot of this stuff you can get from Europe, but it's the age-old thing of, you know, you're going to pay more in shipping than you're going to actually pay for the product. So it's nice to see someone local in the U.S. I think these guys are out of Michigan, or at least Jose is. So I got the stuff in a couple of days after the payment cleared, and he reached out to me and said, "Hey, do you mind if I send you some extra stuff? I'd like your opinion." I mean, he didn't know who I was. I just happened to order at the right time. And so I did reply back to him and I said, hey, I run a YouTube channel called Mr. Mean Speaks. You mind if I review it? And he's like, please do. And so I just wanted to give a shout out because I think the quality is nice. I mean, you have to render it and slice it and everything and put it on the, you know, the modeler. And so there is some technicality that comes into it. I don't know how to do it. Will I ever get a 3D printer? Probably. It sounds like a technology that I would be into, but a house is primary, and so that's. I mean, and 3D printing is coming down. I mean, you can get a decent printer now under $200 or under $300. I think I just watched a video the other day on it. So, and then you can get some really good, you know, resin printers for like right around 600. So that's not terribly expensive if you think about all you're going to be able to do with it. The only difference is resin costs more than the other type of printing. And I know the files are called STL, but I can't think of the name of the printing right now. But I just wanted to give a shout out to Jose and Sable Badger because, I mean, they're running this little shop. I think it's really cool. The product is neat. I will do a review when I get the tower in, the before and after when I get it in, because I'm very excited for that. I'm really enjoying Frostgrave. Go back in the archive and check my review of Frostgrave. It's a very, very fun game, easy to play, miniature agnostic. I also went on Etsy and I bought. Let's see here. I think I can show you guys. Yes, from this guy. So this will be kind of a 2-for-1. Fantasy Mini Store. This guy makes some phenomenal stuff. his reviews are off the chart. This miniature was $13.90, and this is going to be my wizard, my necromancer for Frostgrave. And you get him, and I think it's a total of 3 different poses. So we have the one pose with the book and the staff. Then we have this pose with his hand in the fire. And then we have this pose where he's like shooting fire and he's holding what looks like a crystal ball. So, oh wait, maybe there is it, and that's the fire again. So, and then there's, of course, with the hood up or the hood down, you have your choice. So I ordered 3 miniatures. I got, let's see, does it show? Oh, I don't think it does show. Maybe it does. Oh, yeah, it does. So I ordered the wizard. I got this guy that'll basically be my royal knight, or my knight. He looks amazing. Couple of different, 2 swords and a helmet, sword and a shield with no helmet. So you've got some some poses there that are optional that you can do. And then I ordered this guy, which is going to be my Templar. Because I'm using a Templar in my game, and my God, is he a tank in my Frostgrave game. Plus, I tend to play Paladins when I play Pathfinder, aka a champion, or if I play fantasy games where I'm able to play like a Paladin or a War Cleric of some kind. This miniature will serve dual purpose. They do come with the base. And again, these were each $13.90, and then I think, if I remember correctly, I got free shipping. It's coming from Russia, so I still haven't got it. I ordered it mid-June, and it's still not here. I mean, we're already going into the 2nd week of July, but it's coming from Russia. So, but again, the reviews that this guy had were amazing. And the miniatures, these are resin, so they're going to be easy to work with. I mean, I like that one a lot right there. I probably would give him the shield. And then there's the 2 hammers. I mean, the quality is amazing. And you got different heads. I'll probably go with this configuration right here because I'm a big fan of Warhammers. So I'm hoping, as you can see, I've bookmarked his site, and I'm hoping he comes out with some more guys, like some basic fighters, because I would love to flesh out my whole Frostgrave army with these guys. But at least I'll have 3 out of them. And like I said, the miniature quality is amazing. So, and he's got really good reviews on Etsy. So I'm very, very excited to see it. So I just want to do a quick video to tell everybody thank you, and I hope you guys enjoy it and look for more stuff coming. I'm going to get this stuff painted up as soon as I can, and I'll do it before. Well, I'll have this video, and then I'll do the after video when I paint the treasure chest. And my buddy Darren's going to paint up a couple of the treasure chest as well, because he doesn't have any. So I want to hook him up since he's designed to help me play the game, and we're having a lot of fun, and hopefully we'll get to play tomorrow's Sunday. So excited that we'll hopefully be able to play. So that's it, guys. There are some things coming down the pipeline, so let's do a quick cap from that. I did. My good buddy Brian did send me main gaunch. Let's do this. Let's close that out. Oh, I didn't mean to close my camera. Bear with me, guys. There we go. Remove. And then we'll add our camera again. And we'll go back to I'm falling apart here, guys. I apologize. There we go. So Brian did, because I didn't own this, and I'm a big fan of Zweihander. I was a little let down with Warhammer 4th Edition by Cubicle 7. It's got some inconsistencies. The gameplay is. I've talked to a couple of people that have played it, and they're along the same lines for Warhammer as I am. And so I'm going to stick with my Green Ronin edition. I have 99% of the books, and I pick them up whenever I see them for the ones I don't have. But it played well. They had the mechanics ironed out pretty well. I'm just not a fan of Cubicle 7's iteration of Warhammer. It's a beautiful book. Go back and look at my review, but it just doesn't do it for me. There's some tweaks in the mechanics that they made that I don't agree with. It's a good game if you're running it and you enjoy it. That's all that matters. But Zweihander is very grim, dark, and it's setting agnostic, so you can play Zweihander in the Warhammer world and use its mechanics, and I think its mechanics are far better. So I didn't have Main Gaunch, and so Brian, in his infinite awesomeness, told me that there would be a care package because we were talking about it the other night, and he was like, "Well, do you have Main Gaunch?" And I'm like, "No, I don't." And he's like, "Have you heard of Dark Astral?" And I was like, "No, I don't even know what that is." And he's like, "Oh, okay." And that's all he said. And then like the next day, he says, "My people at Amazon say that you're going to get a package on Monday." And I was like, "Oh, your people?" He's like, "Yeah, that's what I do." And Brian's cool like that. And so he did send me Main Gaunch, which I've been going through it. It's got a couple of more careers in it, some weapons, some more chaos stuff. So it's pretty neat. And then Dark Astral is basically if you want to play Warhammer 40K in the Zweihander system. So this is phenomenal. I'm going to do a review and cover these both at the same time. And then for myself, I picked up Mother of Darkness for Sembaroom. And I love Sembaroom. You guys probably know that. Go back and watch my reviews of Sembaroom. I did not realize, I didn't read deep enough that this is part 3 in the Throne of Thorns. So I don't have part 1 and 2. So now I have to order those. And I'll get those probably a couple months down the line. But the book is beautiful. There's some new monsters in here. There's a lot of NPCs. So I don't plan on running the Throne of Thorns. But I always run my own campaigns, and I want to run Sembaroom. And I can, obviously, there's tons of NPCs and things in here to use. So it is a GM's dream for this book because it is laid out very well. The art, of course, in Sembaroom. So the review will be coming of this soon as well on the channel. I may wait until I get issues 1 and 2 of the Throne of Thorns so that I can do a complete review of all 3. But fantastic. Love Sembaroom. Everything they do is gold as far as I'm concerned so far. I haven't seen anything bad from them. So with that, guys, that's pretty much everything. I hope everybody's having a great Saturday evening. I'm going to get this posted. It's a rather short video, only 23 minutes. But as always, like and subscribe. Tell your friends. Let's grow the Meanie Army. I hope you found that informational. And if you haven't checked out Etsy yet as a resource, there's character sheets on there. There's character models. There's terrain. There's all kinds of cool stuff. I mean, I've known about it, but I've never really played with it until now, and I'm quite happy that I did. So let me know what you think about Etsy. Do you have favorite sellers? Hit me up on Discord, post links, whatever. Put links down in the doobly-doo. I'll put the URL and everything down in the doobly-doo for their website. So as always, guys, peace and hair grease. And remember, Mr. Mean says be nice.